So, Sam, what do you make of today's spending review and what it means for AI in the UK?
Yeah, well, it's been a big day for AI in the UK, and I think the spending review really crystallised the government's ambition to back up the digital infrastructure that the UK will need if it's going to develop AI and be a leader in AI. We saw 2 billion to back up the AI action plan we saw in January. So essentially backing that up with funding to implement it, and renewed funding for supercomputers and data centers, both of which enable AI research to happen and enable AI model development to happen.
And I know that AI is super power hungry, so how are we going to power all of this ambition?
Yeah, so government recently green-lighted small modular reactors, essentially mini nuclear plants. So obviously, there's a big challenge to power AI, and it is energy hungry. But this is one of the best potential ways to do it. They promise to be easier, more flexible to deploy, and cheaper to deploy than large-scale nuclear plants. So it's potentially promising way of getting those digital infrastructure elements like supercomputers powered.
And are there any things you're still wondering that are unclear?
Yeah, so basically, the main thing is how we're going to power this digital infrastructure. Basically, the government have talked before about wanting AI growth zones. Zones where there's rapid build out of capacity and startups. And there wasn't really any mention of that in the spending review. So it's not clear how all these announcements around the action plan and nuclear power tie into that. And as well as that, I think the spending review signalled a clear intention to develop some national champions in AI. So homegrown companies that specialise in AI are leaders in the sector, but less clarity around how much of this compute capacity that we're going to develop will support key national goals or key policy missions. Basically, yeah, it's less clear how this new compute capacity is going to be used.
Thanks so much, Sam.